Good morning, Card Meetings. RJ back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt items of the day from 1987 Donruss and Leaf. The base cards of Mike Schmidt from Donruss and Leaf in 87. Donruss and Leaf are kind of like the Tops and O-Pee-Chee of the baseball card world, only from Donruss, because you had, I actually think the parent corporation was Leaf, 1987 Leaf Inc., and this is the Donruss one, 1987 Leaf Inc., so I think the parent company was always Leaf. I don't know where the name Donruss came from. One of these days I'll have to research it and get back to you on that one, but they've been Leaf for a long time. If you remember, one of the better sets from the 1940s was a Leaf set, one of the most prized vintage card sets. And, these are obviously the same card, front and back. You really didn't get, I should say that you even got the French text on the back of this, just like you would with O-Pee-Chee. Even interesting that this was the leader, the tagline here, and then the bottom are all in French, but a lot of the other things weren't in French that you see in front of you. So I'm not sure how they decided on what to put in French and what not to. So, but anyway, 1987 Donruss and Leaf, my random Mike Schmidt item of the day. Today's random baseball item of the day. 2002 Allen and Ginter Mini, Reggie Jackson. Love the minis. The throwback to the tobacco card style. They just look really cool. Especially when there's these vintage feel kind of Allen and Ginter, or what's the other? I'm blanking on it. Goodwin Champions sometimes from Upper Deck or whatever. But these minis were always a great little addition to any collection. I don't want to say this is part of my collection, but at the moment it happens to be in my baseball card stash of stuff. So, a random baseball item for today. Today's trivia question. In 1968, Danny McLean became the last pitcher to win 30 games. Interesting that somebody still won 30 games in 1968. It was the year of the pitcher and all that jazz, but still, the guy won 30 games. Go back to the 1800s, people were winning 40, 50, 60 games a year. But when was the last season and who did it? When was the last season some pitcher in the major leagues won 40 games? That's your question. What you're playing for? Again, as always, 4 awesome Hall of Fame cards. 1993 Upper Deck, Carlton Fisk. Common collection, the Burgundy Parallel of Joe Sewell. And then a Panini Cooperstown of Joe Medwick. That's from 2013. So, again, 3 awesome Hall of Fame cards for you if you're so inclined. If you'd like those cards, just throw out a guess to that question. I will include my email in the description below, along with a repeat of that question you will have today and tomorrow to answer. We will pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that. So today, simple showcase. I figured I'd show off my run of Mike Schmidt O-Pee-Chee cards. I was waiting for a long time to get the last card. I'll explain that when I get to showing the last card. I'm going to do these in reverse calendar year. So the last O-Pee-Chee Mike Schmidt card was the last regular season Topps Mike Schmidt card. It is the turn back the clock one from 1990. O-Pee-Chee mirrored Topps, pretty much exactly in the style. Sometimes the numbering was a little different, but the only way you would know whether it was Topps or O-Pee-Chee is by the copyright date. This is clearly 1990 O-Pee-Chee, printed in Canada. In 1991, O-Pee-Chee began printing out their own cards, so they went away from being exactly like Top and started doing their own thing, which was kind of nice if you think about it. Here's kind of an oddball, just like with 1989 Topps, the 1989 O-Pee-Chee had box bottom cards. Here is the O-Pee-Chee box bottom of Mike Schmidt. Got that awesome O-Pee-Chee logo in the corner there. O-Pee-Chee text. And then here is the base 1990 Topps. I'm sorry, 1990 O-Pee-Chee, Mike Schmidt. Interestingly, they did not, the O-Pee-Chee sets in the mid to late 1990s or 1980s did not mirror the Topps in production of cards. They weren't exact duplicates of the whole set sometimes. So I'm not aware of, I have to double check that. I don't believe the league leader card that features Mike Schmidt from '89 is available in O-Pee-Chee format. Similar to 1989, in 1988, Topps had a box bottom card, so of course O-Pee-Chee did as well. Here's the box bottom card from 1988, featuring Mr. Schmidt, the O-Pee-Chee style. And of course, the standard O-Pee-Chee. O-Pee-Chee is known for being off-centered a lot. I don't know if the printing, when they just didn't spend too much time making sure that the cuts were done properly, but a lot of your O-Pee-Chees are going to be off-center in the cut. 1987 O-Pee-Chee. And again, they pretty much mirror except for the French text. And again, not all the French designations were, well, not all of the designations were in French, if you think about it. All the bio information, it says home, not the French word from home, throws, draft, all the things up here, all those initials are American phrases, not French phrases. So anyway, 86 O-Pee-Chee, Mike Schmidt. 85. I don't care that there's a big wrinkle. These are kept in my binder. There you go, a big wrinkle up the top corner. I don't care. Again, I keep all these in my binder. 1984 was almost a duplicate because there are a couple places Mike Schmidt was on, but you didn't see him, and that's usually in the season highlights or the league leader cards. O-Pee-Chee really didn't do those in the mid-'80s, but you did have two. You had the base O-Pee-Chee from '84, and then you had the All-Star. Even the word All-Star was done in French as well as English. That's your '84 style. And again, also, '83 might have been a complete duplicate because one of the things you found in '83 was all three of the releases from '83. You got the base Mike Schmidt in the O-Pee-Chee. You actually have the Super Vet Mike Schmidt, and you have the All-Star Mike Schmidt from '83. O-Pee-Chee. And then '82, I think, was a full, complete, mirrored set. I don't think so because there were league leader cards, and there aren't any league leader cards. I don't think O-Pee-Chee, for whatever reason, didn't like the league leader cards when they got into the '80s. It kind of trimmed up their production run. So in '82, you've got the Mike Schmidt, the Inaction or the Au Jus, and then the All-Star again. Love the old-fashioned O-Pee-Chee logo. 81 is just the 81 card. Again, very well off-centered. 81, there were a couple league leaders and record breaker cards for Mike Schmidt, but they did not get turned into O-Pee-Chee card from the Topps version. So O-Pee-Chee, 1981. And you get into the 1980 set, O-Pee-Chee. No O-Pee-Chee logo at all. You can see it's clearly the O-Pee-Chee one because it's in French. AS79 O-Pee-Chee. Again, the awesome O-Pee-Chee logo there. And French everything too. 1978. 1978 Mike Schmidt card in the Topps version is my favorite card. Again, I like to tell the story. It's the first card I remember pulling out of a pack. seeing that man's face on top of a run. Where am I at here? That is, nope, that's not. Okay, so 1977, you got the base and the home run leader card, both O-Pee-Chee. Very big, bold O-Pee-Chee copyright date there on the bottom. Nothing on the front. 76 had the base card and home run leader card. You can see here again, down in the copyright date, printed in Canada. OPC, printed in Canada. '75 had the home run leaders with Dick Allen. You can see obviously a big divot in that corner, but again, these are in my binder of Mike Schmidt cards, so I don't care. Beautiful O-Pee-Chee backs. You got the 74. Yeah, these are not in any great condition, not worth really slabbing. OPC. It's funny, again, a lot of times, for whatever reason, the backs were different in some of the O-Pee-Chee offerings, because if you know your 74 tops, the back is a green tint. Here, it's a yellow tint. Now, the last one, obviously, is the rookie card. I took a long time to get a rookie card of Mike Schmidt in the O-Pee-Chee version. The reason being, I did not want a slabbed card. I don't want to have necessarily a secondary slabbed O-Pee-Chee Mike Schmidt rookie card. I wanted one in my binder. And to find a raw one was taking me a lot of time. I guess everybody decided they wanted to make sure they were slabbed up because they're more valuable if you're selling it. So it took me a while to find a loose one, and I finally did. It's off-centered, it's stained, but it is an O-Pee-Chee Mike Schmidt rookie card. Here you go. So this stays in my binder. You know, rough cut on the edges like a lot of O-Pee-Chees are. Big staining front and back. Don't know what happened, but it might be like, it almost looks like an oil drip, you know. I don't know, but I don't care. Again, I don't. It's perfect to me because it is an O-Pee-Chee rookie card. The stains on the front don't detract too much from the image. Certainly not too much from Mike Schmidt's image, although poor Ron Say looks like he's got a little beard scruff going on there. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow thanks to the staining. But it is a Mike Schmidt rookie card raw that I can keep in my binder. So there you have it. That is my entire collection of Mike Schmidt O-Pee-Chee cards. I do believe I'm done. I don't think there's, you know, I can always double check the database, but the last time I did, I was pretty sure I was all done my O-Pee-Chees now. You know, don't need to worry about them anymore thanks to that awesome O-Pee-Chee rookie card, you know. There you have it. That's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed that. Would love to see you come back on Sunday, because Sunday we're going to have the trivia recap, give away a lot of prizes for that day. And then, of course, next week, like always, 3 more videos, 3 more awesome showcases of baseball card awesomeness. So hope to see you then. Have a great week. Take care.